It is
Hello.
Thursday, Thankful Thursday Reflections. And Kathy, I don't know about you, but I am so thankful for so many things today.
Oh yeah, me too.
One is the person that's in the box below us is on
Ah.
the list. On the list.
I'm sharing this to my timeline as we speak so we can
Thank
Woohoo!
all,
you.
yes.
Yay. So I'm Kathy Fester. I'm co-founder of the Gratitude Appreciation Summits International. And this is
I'm Jeanette Martin, creator and the other co-founder of the Gratitude and Appreciation Summits International. And we're here
Yay.
to have a wee bit of gas with Julie Boyer, the gratitude
Yay.
guru.
So Julie Boyer, you're a gratitude guru, and she hosts the Wake Up with Gratitude program online, and she is one of our guest speakers coming up. So welcome to our Thankful Thursday event, Julie.
I'm excited to be here. You know how much I love to talk about all things gratitude.
Absolutely.
It was amazing that when we were looking for guest speakers for our preview event, without a word of a lie, you need to talk to Julie. You need to talk to Julie. Have you talked to Julie? Julie's it. Julie's the person. And I'm talking, Julie, people internationally that I'm connected to as well as locally. The first person I think was someone down in San Francisco or something like that said, you need to talk to Julie. So we are so pleased. So Julie, where do you live?
I live on the gorgeous Vancouver Island, so you can see my photos behind me. I'm an amateur photographer. And one of the ways that I wake up with gratitude is I go to the sunrise and I take pictures of the sun rising at my favorite beaches. And it's such a blessing. I'm just so grateful that I live here because it never was my intention to end up living here. But here we are. And yeah, it's such a great place to be reminded of gratitude because there's just so much to be grateful for just by like stepping out my front door.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. So before we got on, we were all kind of thinking, what do we want to talk about? And we kind of did a fun little exercise. And one of the things was about getting centered and about staying grateful in the day. So, Julie, how do you stay grateful in the day? Because there's so much of our lives we're like, we're going to be doing this. And I know a personal thing about you're got a big thing coming up in your life. But you can kind of go, I'm so grateful for that and that and that. And that's going to happen weeks out. But how do we keep ourselves centered for today's gratitude?
For me, one of the simplest ways to stay grounded in gratitude is to get outside into nature. And there's a number of really simple things you can do to just help yourself get grounded in gratitude. First is to touch a tree. You know, we can't hug each other, but we can hug a tree. So hugging a tree does do something for you. Get one that's wide enough so your arms don't touch on the other side. Lean your head into the side of the tree and just breathe and just really feel the energy of the tree. Like there's so much life in a tree. There's, fluids moving up and down that trunk there, on the ground, you can feel the roots. Like if you really listen, you can really hear what's happening in the tree. And that moment of being present and that moment of a reminder that how important trees are for us to live, let alone the beauty of nature, just as a source of life for us, right? It's so powerful. So touch a tree or hug a tree. If you have a moment, take a moment to hug a tree. And then another one of my favorite outdoor things to do, of course, is to head to the water, head to the beach, a lake, a river, water. There's something about the water that is really grounding. And if it's appropriate, take your shoes off and kind of like dig your feet into the sand maybe. And I like to just sit and I stand and I just do my mantra. I don't really dig my feet in the sand because it's pretty cold often at sunrise and a lot of the beaches here are kind of rocky. So shoes on or off is up to you, but I will just stand and just place myself and listen to the water and just remind myself of my mantra, which is thank you for this gift of another day and the opportunity to be of service to others and to make a difference in this world. So simple.
So perfectly put. Oh, thank you, Julie. You've just brought my level of anxiety and rush just way down now. Yeah.
And if we think about that too, when you think about water, it's interesting your analogy about the water in the tree. Now, to me, when we take that sip of water, like if you can't get to the water, we have water in our houses, and being able to take a look at that glass of water and go, thank you, wherever you came from,
Yeah.
to quench my thirst, and to watch the flow of the water, the ripple in the water that you're holding in your hand. It's so powerful. And you know what? I'm not a young chicken, just to let everybody know. But that whole, when you said about trees and how important they are, they're almost our mirror, or opposite. They give the carbon dioxide, we give the oxygen. Like they need us as much as we need them, in order for that whole gratitude, appreciation, back and forth.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. Uh, so how did you, can you give us a little hint, but don't give it all, because you're going to be talking for, about 30, 40 minutes at our gratitude and appreciation spring into G.A.S. How you got started as your gratitude journey?
For me, it really started through gratitude journaling and choosing to specifically write through things that I was grateful for every night in my journal, and specifically related to that day. And then I did a really cool thing. I added something called a gratitude intention, something I'd learned way back when from The Secret, if you'd seen that movie. And it was writing an intention in the present tense for something that you were looking to manifest in your life that had yet to be on the physical plane. And it was such a powerful thing. And it really did have very quick effects in my life that I really started to practice gratitude in other ways as well. But my personal foundation of gratitude has been for a really long time, for about a decade now, is the gratitude journaling. What I've come to understand is that for many people, gratitude journaling is not their ideal way to practice gratitude. So for many years, I really encouraged people, to try and start the journaling thing, because it really worked for me. And there are so many incredible ways, like that's what happened over a decade, is that I've learned so many other ways to practice gratitude. And some of them I do for like 1 or 2 days, and others I adopt completely as part of my routine. And I think that's what it means to just live a grateful life, is that it's not that I go through every moment of my day gratefully. Ask my daughter about that. We homeschool, so she'll tell you about the times that I'm not grateful. But it's like the reminder. Just a simple thing, ladies, is today I was, I was emptying the dishwasher, and I was just like, I just don't want to empty the dishwasher right now. Like, this is not what I want to be doing. And then I was like, oh, stop it. Like, you have a dishwasher and you can empty it. Like, that alone is something to be grateful for. Right? All these dishes came from food that we ate. And now the machine did the work and I just have to put it away. Right? Like, such a tiny little thing. And that's really for me, like, what my gratitude journey, it's still a journey for me.
Well, I think that's a big piece of it, is having it as a daily practice and becoming part of your routine, and it becomes habitual, right? Like you instinctively knew where to go with your dishwasher. It's like, okay, nope, that's not being grateful. Let's flip it around. Yeah, and that's the trick for everybody, is to be able to be quick to flip it around, right? Because
Well,
you're right, you can't be grateful 100% of the time.
No. And Erica just posted on Facebook. She said, I always tell myself I get to. And that is like, that for me years ago was like that language change, was like, as opposed to I have to, and I get to, right? And for anyone who's been through any kind of injury or illness or that kind of thing, where your faculties are taken away, or you're not even able to get up out of bed, or you can't use the washroom on your own, or you aren't able to use the shower, like the things that we get to do every day that we take so much for granted, that shift in language to me is it's a real reminder of gratitude. It's just shifting from, oh, I have to do this, versus I get to do this. That to me is an appreciation word.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know what? I think that's the perfect place to leave that.
I think so too.
You guys that are watching, get to register for your tickets and buy a ticket so you can learn more about this incredible lady's story, because where Julie has come from to where she is today and what she's grateful for manifesting into her life tomorrow is a fascinating story.
Yeah.
So we are so grateful.
Yeah. So check out our website, GAS with one S, GAS Summit with one S.ca, and you get your ticket there. There's lots of tickets still available. We're looking for 200 more people. Share with everybody. You're going to learn lots from our two speakers and our great charity with the Tri-Cities, which you'll hear more from next Thursday as our final ramp up to this event. So thank you so much, Julie, for joining us tonight. You are an absolute delight, and I learned something. Thank you so very much. So let's do our farewell or warm our hands together.
Hands. Making a heart. 1, 2, 3. Kindness out to the world.
Kindness to the world. Yay. Thank you so much, and have a good night, everybody.